Hey everybody, it's me, Memory Sound. I was sorry, I've never made a video before where I'm talking, so this is like I don't have a system for it yet. But I just want to say thanks like a ton for the 100 subscribers. I never really expected to have that many. I've just been kind of making songs in my spare time, and it's just it's kind of surreal to have like 100 people out there, listening to my music every time I post a video. I don't really post a lot of videos just because it's hard to find the motivation sometimes, but I feel like I just try to, anytime I get spare time, I really just want to, write music, and I end up like reading a book or something instead. But, I really appreciate you guys subscribing and actually listening. I can tell that like people are actually listening because I can see like how many minutes they're listened to every month or whatever, get the YouTube wrap up, and that's crazy to me to see like how many minutes people have listened. And I just want to say thanks, and I really appreciate everybody, just the outpouring of support from like in the comments, especially on some of the recent videos. It's almost like some of them have just blown up recently, and just tons of people, new people, just getting on my comments and saying, hey, I love your music, or like, reconnecting, or not reconnecting, connecting, reaching out and saying like, hey, I have this exact same setup, and this is inspiring. And I'm like, dude, that's so cool to me, to know that this is, helping inspire other people, want to make videos too, or write music as well. Cause I'm just a random guy, with a bunch of synthesizers back here. So, it means a lot, is all I'm trying to say. And I've never really made a video like this where it's like my mug and my voice before. So it's kind of weird. And I feel like a fucking game show host with this microphone, but when it was on this thing here, it was on here before, and it didn't sound right. It was like too far off. I'm guessing this type of microphone, I guess this is why people use these for live shows, because they can like eat the microphone, and it sounds good when you're up close. Clearly I need one of those like podcast microphones or something, or you can like sit it on the desk, one of those little ones. But yeah, I'm kind of like trailing off. But anyway, now that I've said thanks, I really kind of, I don't know where to go from here. I was thinking about maybe making like a studio tour kind of video. It's not like I have a huge studio. It would be like, here's my 4 synthesizers. I've kind of toyed around with the idea of vlogging and streaming at some point. And I think that would be really fun, but I definitely don't have that set up right now. I mean, I say definitely I don't, but really I need like just a Logitech camera to like put on my monitor or something, something that can like get the setup while I'm like twiddling around, and also just having to come to terms with like insecurity, or like people listening to my bleeps and bloops while I'm trying to flesh something out, because like in my mind I'm like, who wants to listen to some guy forming a song? But I guess it maybe people want to see the creative process behind recording and everything. So yeah, I'm just kind of probably gonna edit some of this out because I don't really know what else to talk about right now. Let's see. Okay, I got the camera like a little bit closer to the action here, so you can get a better look at the babies. Got a few things here. Not much. It's not a huge studio. I've got a basically the brains of the operation, other than myself, is the Synthstrom Deluge, which it's an incredible machine. It's my sequencer. It's my drum machine. It is an idea machine. Basically, it's a sketch pad. It's my way to stay away from a DAW. And I'm by no means like a DAW elitist or anything like that. I not like completely opposed to the idea of using a DAW, but it's just I don't know. I work on a computer all day, and I know this is like the most generic thing to be an IT guy and a synthesizer guy at the same time. I know everybody is like that, or a lot of people are. We all work on computer screens all day, and we don't want to like come home and get on a computer and get bogged down with VSTs and stuff. I've got a gaming computer here, and it's used for gaming. And I'm in recording vocals with Audacity, clearly. Also, these vocals might sound bad. My air conditioner's on, and my office/studio is right next to the air intake vents for the entire house. So great studio choice for me. So yeah, if y'all hear that, that's what that is. It's also a feature of my studio. I got that lo-fi air conditioner vibes going. So yeah, no, anyway, I've got my Deluge, so it's my baby. And it's great because it's wireless. It's completely wireless. It, if you want it to be, you can hook it up to a shitload of stuff too. It's got a bunch of CV outs for like Eurorack, which I haven't even delved into yet. That's a whole nother, really dark rabbit hole, is my understanding. And I already, honestly, it's happening. It's going to happen. I'm going to get Eurorack shit at some point. I've also got an Allen & Heath ZE8 mixer. I have no complaints about it. I just wish I had more inputs for when I inevitably get more synths from all the gas that I've got. I've got my Korg Minilog XD that you've seen featured in many of my videos. It's great. It's my polyphonic analog synth. The synths from Deluge is all digital. Nothing against it for being digital. It's amazing. And then I've got a Dreadbox Typhon. It is a beautiful Greek synthesizer. It is a mono synth. Plays one note at a time, or is it like paraphonic, duophonic, something like that. It's got another little oscillator you can like detune or retune, make it sound cool. I've also got 3 pocket operators. I've got the KO. I've got the Arcade, which is like 8-bit. I can't get lined up with the camera. 8-bit, like bleeps and bloops. And I've got a Rhythm, which incredibly, it's been sitting in a drawer for a little bit. It's criminally underused. Still going with the batteries that were in it. See. Wow. Yeah, you can. Nice. But anyway, yeah, it's still going. I don't know. Those batteries are built different, I guess. I don't know what the deal is with those. Then I've got my iPad, which is just a standard iPad. It's not iPad Pro. I'm not fancy. I don't know what these notifications are. Hold on. No, nothing crazy. It basically, actually, what I've done is I actually record into the iPad now. It is my DAW, I guess, for recording with a program called Om. And I worked with another musician on Facebook, and he was telling me all about his like mastering chain that he uses. So I've got like 6 different apps in the mix for like mastering on the iPad. If anybody's interested, feel free to like comment, send me a message, whatever. But it's incredible. And really, I'm learning a lot about mastering is also making sure your shit's uniformly loud enough without clipping. And I don't know anything about mastering. I don't know shit about mastering. I probably need to hire a mastering engineer. All that to say, I'm babbling on at this point, but I was going to mention that I have an album that I'm working on. I'm actually working on an album, and I don't really know what it's going to be called yet. I know I have a person in mind to do the album artwork, and I think I've had most of the songs together, but my shit needs to be mastered. And other than that, I need a name for it. And maybe a couple more songs to round it out, and just some more creative direction in that way. Oh yeah, by the way, hopefully the album will come out like early next year. I don't know. I've been working on it kind of here and there. It's not like my primary objective or anything, but it'll come when it comes. I feel like organically it will form when it's ready. Let's see. I've also got my guitar over there that I don't really know how to play, honestly. Just strum on it, and you can send it through like I've got this, which is good for synths too because it has stereo input, and it's the Zoom Multi-Stomp, the MS-70 CDR. It's like multi-effects, and you can hack it, which I have done, to put like additional stuff on it, additional effects from other Zoom pedals on it. It's amazing. I don't know if it's legal to do. Sorry, Zoom. Like if this is like illegal to talk about. I don't know. It feels forbidden knowledge. You can hack your Zoom pedal to input other pedals effects, but you can. It's great. What else was I going to talk about? Like the origins of how I began writing music. God, I just start using a microphone and I can't shut the fuck up. I started writing music a long time ago on the Nintendo Game Boy, the original. The old brick from the 80s, 88, I think, the year I was born. I feel like maybe I should show my Game Boy. Maybe I should show my original Game Boy that I've written all my old chip music on. It's Chiptunes is what it's called. I use an old program called LSDJ, Little Sound Disc Jockey, I think is what it stands for. Everybody's like, LSD, hee hee. And I'm sure that was like the point of it, to call it that, to kind of elicit a reaction. But it's a four channel tracker that it kind of really brings out creativity. It makes you really think about the structure of your song, and I'm really thankful that I started off writing on a tracker, because a very limited tracker in 8-bit, because it makes you really think about what limitations you have. You've got one channel that's like for a melody, the second channel that can be used for like bass or something. The third channel is like for like kits, like samples that are uploaded to the cartridge, and then the fourth channel, which is like noise. It's just white noise, and you can shape that to like make cymbals and stuff like that. So when I got my hands on some real synthesizers, it was like, holy shit, I can like really do all the stuff I was limited with. And sometimes the more stuff you have, the more limited you make yourself mentally. You have so many choices that you kind of get like choice paralysis. So I do kind of like certain things that are limited, which is kind of ironic that I write all my music on the Synthstrom Deluge, which is basically limitless. But other than just like, I've clipped out the CPU before on it, but it's hard to do. It's really hard to do. But I'll get my Game Boy. Hold on. So yeah, here's my old Game Boy, and you can, I'll take out my old LSDJ cartridge. It's this right here. You can tell like how old this is. I've got like a different Game Boy's battery door on it because the other one broke. And so this is the LSDJ cartridge. Yeah, it's even got the old memory thing in it. Somehow the memory still works. Like I can load up the songs from this thing. Watch like the next time I turn it on, all the songs are corrupted and shit. But I spent like the first, however many years, I was like, I think 20 when I started writing music, or 19 when I started writing music with this. And this has a blue backlight, by the way, but the batteries are dead right now, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Oh, it's not. No, the batteries are good. But anyway, I had to cut the speaker to give it a Pro Sound mod. It's a 1/4 stereo, not stereo, but 1/4 jack, that I can get better audio out of it. So unfortunately, you can't get audio out of this little speaker because it's cut. I had to reroute the whatever. I'm not an electrical engineer. I'm not going to pretend like I know what I'm talking about. I had followed a tutorial on the internet on how to do it. But yeah, so that's how I started writing music. I feel like there was a section of this video where I was going to like cite all my kind of inspirations for music, but I feel like maybe I could save that for another video. There's so many, and I feel like I would just leave people out. And there's a ton. I started listening. There's one, for example, the Postal Service. A lot of people were really inspired by, like, I think it's Jimmy Tombrello. Originally, he went by like Dientel, I think, and he hooked up with the guy from Death Cab for Cutie. I should know his name like over the other guys, but anyway, Ben Gibbard, and and they made the Postal Service, and a lot of people are really inspired by Jimmy Tamborello's like beats and glitchiness from the Postal Service, and I definitely am. In fact, my first Game Boy song sounded a lot like it. I still remember I showed my cousin the first song I wrote, and he was like, "Hey, it's like Game Boy Postal Service," and I was like, "Oh, I can't believe you said it." I wasn't even really trying to, but it was just inspired me so much that it kind of permeated into my creation process. Before that, I never really wrote music. Honestly, I was just kind of like, I want to do that. Oh yeah, here we go. I saw a trailer, or not even a trailer. First, I saw the trailer on some like blog for this movie that was about 8-bit music creation called Reformat the Planet, and it was about like the New York chip music scene, and they had like this. There's a festival called Blipfest where they would all get together and just like play their music that they've been writing on LSDJ or another tracker. There's another one. I can't. The name escapes me right now, but it just looked like so much fun. So I just did a deep dive into like, how the fuck do I write this Game Boy music on LSDJ? So like I went deep into the forums, found the guy that burns the game onto the cartridge and paid the original creator of LSDJ $1 to get the ROM to put on the cart, and got it shipped to me. And it all started. And then I started collecting Game Boys, and I've got like 8 Game Boys over the years. Like all the original Play It Loud ones. There's like a clear one that I put an orange backlight in. I don't know where the fuck that one's at. And I've got like the red one, I don't have the yellow, which I want really bad, but the green one, one of my faves. But anyway, I feel like I'm just blabbering now. I don't know if anyone is still watching this at this point. Holy shit, first of all. Second of all, thanks for listening. Wow. I'm sure I'm going to come out with some more music really soon. I didn't write any music today. Except for like on my iPad, I've piddled around, but I've mostly been reading books. When I'm not writing music, I'm kind of like in media consumption mode. So I've been doing that. I've just been consuming media. Just finished watching a really awesome show called Severance. I'm sure a lot of people have seen it. Threw me for a loop. I won't, give any spoilers or anything, but highly recommended. Please watch it. But anyway, yeah, thanks for listening to my musings, and now I have to edit all this shit. I have to edit all of this. I don't know what to even do. I'm sure it won't be that bad. Bye.